Chicago Sky teammates of Angel Reese, Ariel Atkins, Rachel Banham, Courtney Vandersloot, three ladies which were targeted in that hit piece that Angel Reese slid underneath the table. Yeah, they responded. Not only did they respond, but
Did Angel Reese just go from being the Chicago Sky's franchise savior to their biggest problem? Think about it. Suspensions, technical fouls, mysterious injuries, and then the unthinkable, publicly throwing her own teammates under the bus in the middle of the season. That's not just controversy, that's chaos. And here's the kicker. While Reese was sidelined, the Sky actually looked sharper without her. The team she claimed wasn't good enough. They played freer, cleaner, and more united without the supposed face of their future. So now the question isn't whether Angel Reese can carry Chicago. It's whether Chicago even wants her around anymore. But before you think this is just another bad season story, listen closely. Because what happened in that locker room may be one of the clearest examples of how fast a rising star can burn bridges in the WNBA.
Over. That whole Sky Barbie thing, that thing is over. Angel Reese is done in Chicago.
Not long ago, Angel Reese was supposed to be the centerpiece. Chicago made that loud and clear. They reshaped their roster, even trading away the number 3 overall pick, Sonia Citron, for Ariel Atkins, all to prove they were all in on Reese. Think about that risk. You're telling your entire fan base, this is the player we're building around. A new era, a new leader. The marketing leaned into it too. Sky Barbie, billboards, features, everything screamed. Angel Reese is the cornerstone. But instead of unity, Reese planted division. Her quotes to the Chicago Tribune said it all. We need good players. We need great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. That wasn't just about raising the bar. That was about sending a message to the women in her own locker room. You're not good enough. And once you cross that line, there's no easy way back. Transition, but calling for upgrades wasn't the problem. The problem was naming names. Reese didn't stop at general comments about needing better. She singled out her own teammates. Rachel Banham, Haley Van Lith, even Courtney Vandersloot, one of the most respected veterans in the entire league. Reese made it clear she didn't believe they could carry Chicago where she wanted to go. Let that sink in. Vandersloot isn't some role player. She's a 2-time WNBA champion, a 5-time All-Star, and one of the smartest floor generals the league has ever seen. She left a championship-caliber New York Liberty squad to help Chicago. And in return, Reese brushed her off as too old to rely on. And that's where Reese broke the unspoken locker room code. Everyone knows you don't blast teammates in the media. Even if you're frustrated, you keep it in the huddle, not the headlines. Her teammates knew her flaws. They saw the turnovers. They saw the technicals. They saw the missed layups. But they didn't torch her publicly. They kept it in-house. Reese didn't give them that same courtesy. And silence doesn't last forever. Because when Reese opened the door, her teammates decided to walk through it.
The beginning of the season, you was missing mad layups. You was shooting like 27% on layups. I saw Ariel Atkins at the podium holding you down. I didn't see none of your teammates going in the media blasting your ass for not being able to make a damn layup. We haven't seen none of your teammates come out and flame you for how you was missing layups back to back to back to back to back. You had like 8 straight games where these dudes won hundreds of thousands of dollars betting that you would miss your first shot. None of your teammates came out and embarrassed you publicly. They held you down.
The responses came quickly, and they weren't subtle. Courtney Vandersloot snapped back with a defiant statement. My age is absolutely not a factor. I am coming back better than ever. Translation? Don't write my obituary just because my younger teammate wants a new narrative. Rachel Banham? She cut through the noise with one short sentence. I think I just don't really care. I'm so over all this. That wasn't apathy. That was exhaustion. A veteran who's seen too many locker rooms to waste time on public drama. Then came Ariel Atkins, who had the toughest spot of all. She was literally traded in to help Reese. Instead, she walked into a storm. Atkins kept it classy, defending teammates and stressing collective improvement, but you could tell it wasn't easy. Nobody wants to join a new squad only to find themselves cleaning up another player's mess. The ripple effect was immediate. For years, veterans had shielded Reese from the harshest criticism. That protection evaporated the second she made teammates look disposable. Transition, And it wasn't just words that fueled the frustration. Reese's behavior on the court made things even worse. Angel Reese didn't just test her teammates' patience, she tested the league's. 8 technical fouls. That's an automatic suspension. Add another suspension from the Sky itself for conduct detrimental to the team. That label alone tells you the problem wasn't just her play, it was her presence. And then came the mysterious back injury. Instead of staying engaged, sitting with the team, and cheering from the sidelines, Reese disappeared. She didn't even travel with the Sky during stretches of her rehab. Fans noticed. Reporters noticed. Teammates definitely noticed. And the contrast with Caitlin Clark couldn't have been clearer. Clark also dealt with injuries, but she stayed glued to the bench, clapping through every run, giving direction during timeouts, and showing she cared whether she was in uniform or not. That's leadership. Reese, meanwhile, wasn't even in the building most nights. And here's where the story flips, because when Reese was gone, the Sky didn't crumble. They actually looked stronger.
I would be highly surprised if Angel Reese is on the Chicago Sky's roster come the start of the 2026 or the 2027 season. The Chicago Sky, they might be saying to themselves, Angel Reese just isn't worth the headache that she is causing. Great rebounder. As for everything else, she's not worth the headache that she's...
Well, it goes to show, if you're going to go at a legend, you better not miss. As we know, Angel Reese come out this week. She absolutely crushed her own teammates into the dust. And she even decided to go after a legend, the legendary Courtney Vandersloot, who, of course, blew out her ACL at the beginning of the season. And she is in the midst of making a comeback. And, of course, Angel Reese made some comments that were none too...
Angel Reese entered Chicago as the centerpiece. She might leave as the cautionary tale. She wanted better players, but the reflection in the mirror showed the truth. She was the one holding Chicago back. She wanted leadership, but leadership means accountability. And instead of accountability, she chose blame. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and the Fever became the living example of what real leadership looks like. Resilience, unity, presence. One story showed cracks, the other showed growth. Fans know the difference. Teammates know the difference. And front offices definitely know the difference. So now it's simple. Is Angel Reese still the future of the Chicago Sky? Or has she already written her own exit? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Should Chicago move on from Reese? Or is there still a way back? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the stories shaking the WNBA. Because if this saga proves anything, it's that stars can rise fast, but they can fall even faster.
It says here, Tyler Marsh called it a top-down organizational decision, declined to share which comments were viewed as detrimental. Atkins implied the team supported the decision. Ownership handled it how they see fit. She told the Sun Times, a shooter on Friday, they have full support from our team.